a scathing letter to The Guardian, vehemently defends Attorney General Richard Hermer against what senior lawyers describe as venomous and deeply personal attacks, arguing these criticisms are inflicting immense and untold damage on public trust in the legal system and the very fabric of society. The letter, penned by two former presidents of the Bar Council and two former presidents of the Law Society, serves as a powerful counterpoint to the sustained media scrutiny Hermer has faced since his appointment by Keir Starmer in July. The crux of the criticism centers on Hermer's past client list, a roster that includes individuals whose actions have sparked significant public outrage and controversy. The most prominent example is Abid Nasir, an Islamist terrorist convicted of plotting an attack on a Manchester shopping centre. Hermer's representation of Nasir, alongside his defense of former Sinn Féin leader Gerry Adams and the disgraced lawyer Phil Shiner, while under investigation by the solicitor's watchdog, has fueled accusations of questionable judgment and a potential disregard for public sentiment. The attacks extend beyond individual cases, delving into the ideological underpinnings of Hermer's legal philosophy. He has been consistently criticized for his unwavering emphasis on international law, a stance perceived by some as naive and impractical in an increasingly complex geopolitical landscape dominated by power politics. Critics argue that his prioritization of international legal norms over national interests constitutes a dangerous idealism, undermining the effective functioning of the legal system within a national context. This perspective is forcefully articulated by Labour peer Maurice Glasman, who labels Hermer an arrogant, progressive fool who thinks that law is a replacement for politics, advocating for his immediate dismissal. Further fueling the controversy are allegations of conflicts of interest, notably raised by Labour MP Graham Stringer. Hermer's refusal to disclose whether he has recused himself from advising on matters potentially impacting his former clients, such as the decision regarding the repeal of the Legacy Act, a piece of legislation with far-reaching consequences, further intensifies concerns about potential bias and ethical breaches. The vagueness surrounding his involvement in such crucial policy decisions underscores the need for greater transparency and accountability within the Attorney General's office. This lack of transparency, critics contend, not only erodes public confidence in Hermer himself, but also casts a shadow of doubt on the integrity of the entire legal process. The sustained nature of the attacks, often infused with overtly personal and highly charged language, raises concerns about the fairness and objectivity of the public discourse surrounding Hermer's tenure. The letter to The Guardian argues that the intensity of the criticism, often straying into the realm of ad hominem attacks, is undermining the very principles of justice and due process. The relentless barrage of negative press, the letter implies, risks creating a climate of fear and intimidation, deterring capable individuals from pursuing public service, and damaging the overall effectiveness of the legal profession. While the Prime Minister's official spokesperson reiterated on Monday that Starmer retains full confidence in his Attorney General, the question of Hermer's continued service until the end of the Parliament remains unanswered. This ambiguity, coupled with the gravity of the accusations and the intensity of the public debate, leaves the future of Hermer's position uncertain. The letter to The Guardian, however, unequivocally defends Hermer's competence and integrity, urging a more measured and less personally damaging approach to critical analysis of his actions and policies. It highlights the potential for irreparable harm caused by such unrestrained attacks on a key figure within the legal establishment, ultimately calling for a return to reasoned debate and a more constructive dialogue concerning the critical role of the Attorney General in safeguarding the rule of law. The signatories, respected figures within the legal community, clearly intend their intervention to serve as a powerful counterbalance to the negative narrative currently surrounding Hermer, underscoring the significance of maintaining the integrity of the office and protecting the legal system from the corrosive effects of unchecked, personal attacks. The sustained campaign against Hermer, they argue, is not simply a matter of political disagreement. It represents a serious threat to the foundations of justice and the proper functioning of the legal system itself.